Right, this is Assess Part 2, playing with quadratics still, question 10. I've got this. Start over here. I've got x squared minus 9 all over x squared plus 4x minus a, thank you very much, equals x plus 3 all over x plus 7. I've got to work out mystery value a. No fun. Right, upstairs I've got the difference of two squares, x minus 3 with x plus 3. Lovely. That equals x plus 3 over there, all over x plus 7 there. I can't do anything with that just yet. Don't think I can anyway. So I'm just going to write it out again and then start worrying about what to do next. Right then, as I can see, using my lovely red, that factor cancels out with that factor, so it'll be 1 over x plus 7. I think I'll take this quadratic over this little bracket here next door and multiply and take this to the other side. So I'm going to cross multiply as follows. So I've got x minus 3 multiplied by here, x plus 7 equals x squared. Oh, this feels quite right actually, feels good, minus a. What I've done, I've taken the whole quadratic en bloc next door and multiplied. And I took this next door and multiplied. I effectively cross multiplied. So tidy this up a little bit. X squared 7x 3x minus 21 equals x squared 4x minus a. Tidy it up. Well, let's get rid of the x squared first. Don't need that. Goodbye. Subtract from both sides. 7 take away 3. 4x minus 21 equals 4x minus a. Tell you what, the 4x's are gone as well, and I'm left with minus 21 equals a. Oops, minus a. So therefore a equals 21. Sorted, lovely, beautiful. Question 12 deals with solving quadratics by completing the square, and being an on-calculator paper they're telling me to leave it in surd form. I do the last one only because it's probably the hardest one. I have got 5c squared plus 30c minus 40 equals nothing. Make life easier, divide through by 5. What have I got? C squared plus 6c minus 8 equals nothing at all. Complete that little part of the square. I've got c plus 3. That would give me c squared plus 6c plus 9. I don't want 9. I want to go from 9 down to 18. So how do you go from 9 down to 9 down to 8? I've got to take away 17 minus 17. I think that's alright, isn't it? So 9 take away 17 will take me down to minus 8, because 9 plus 8 is 17. Right, I'm happy with that. So c plus 3 is going to be, take it over and add it obviously, is going to be the square root of 17. It's going to be positive or negative. I can't break up root 17, no way. So I've got left with c equals plus or minus root 17 minus the 3. That's quite disappointing because there was no simplifying of the surd on the right hand side. That's as far as it got, and that's the end of it. I'm not going to fractional equations, whatever you call the stupid things. Right, basically it's this, take away that, and that mysteriously equals 4/3. Alright, so algebraic fractions, and it ends up being a quadratic, and then you solve it and it's proper A-star work. Okay, usual thing, lowest common multiple is going to be that bracket with that bracket. We now have a common denominator, so the 3 is going to want that, and the 1 is going to want that. So I'm going to leave the 1 there, just so I don't forget that it was there originally. That equals 4/3. It's worth a mark, isn't it? Break this open. 3x minus 15 minus 2x minus 1 equals 4 over 3. Take this all over next door and multiply. 2x squared minus 10x plus x minus 5. Alright, tidy it up in a minute. What we got here? I've got x minus 16, that's right, equals, in fact let me take the 3 over next door. So if I take this 3 next door, I go and multiply, and I've got 4 lots of whatever this is, but let me just simplify this down a little bit. So it's 2x squared That's going to be minus 9x minus 5. Multiply out. 3x minus 48 equals, multiply this out, 8x squared minus 4 9's 2 18's minus 36x minus 20. Bring everything next door because I've got my 8x squared over there. I want to keep it positive. So 8x squared minus 36x is minus 20 minus another 3x's plus 48. Right, what do we got then? Nothing equals 8x squared minus 36 minus 3 minus 39x's minus 20 plus 48 is plus 28. Do we have any common multiples? I'm afraid we don't. Nothing goes into that whatsoever. So I've got 8x squared. I hope I've not made a mistake. That'll be boringly difficult to try and sort out. So that equals nothing. Now, if it's one of these things I've got to solve, I assume it's going to have to factorise. I could go with 8 and 1, 4 and 2. I don't know the best way to go. In fact, let me try 4 and 2. How do you make 28? Millions of ways of making 28. 2 14s. What else? 7 times 4. If I go for 7 there and 4 there, let's see if I flukily got it in one go. Again, you know, in an exam you have to sort of suck it and see, try different factors, see what works. Well, there's 8x squared, 4 7s are 28, 28 plus another 8 x's is what? Only 36. Think about this, again, time I wouldn't normally have in an exam. It works out as 7 4s make 28. If I go double minus there, just work with me on this one. 8x times x is 8x squared. 8x times minus 4 will be minus 32, just write down there for you, minus 32x's, and minus 7 times 1 is another minus 7x's. That gives us minus 39x's. So this is correct, isn't it? So I've just proved that works, and of course minus 7 times minus 4 is plus 28. So solving it all the way, I've got here x equals 7/8 and x equals 4. I've just solved it. And that was quite hard because there's so many ways of splitting up the 8 and of getting 28. This is truly A star. Not only is it a very difficult quadratic equation to solve, you have to get there first through this algebraic fraction. Need to add on a few more pages, I think. Then we'll go back and do some more. Right, what we've got here. That was number 15. Now 16 and 17 are problem solving ones involving a storyline to form a quadratic, then you solve the quadratic and everything's very happy. This is the story things where they give you a story, you form an equation, quadratic of course, a rectangle, y plus 7 centimeters long, y minus 3 centimeters wide, and the area comes to 56 centimeters square. So all that is 56. Form an equation, y plus 7 y minus 3 getting multiplied, of course, that equals 56. Multiply out, y squared plus 4y minus 21 is 56. Bring the 56 over and subtract. Y squared plus 4y, 21 take away 56 minus 77 equals 0. Ultimately I've got to work out the length, so I've got to work out this part here. Obviously work out the y, then add 7. Factorise it. I can see that 7 times 11 makes 77, and it gives me a spread of 4, difference of 4. So who do I want to win? It's got to be plus 11 minus 7, that'll give me 4. So answer, y equals 7 or y equals minus 11. So that one I'm going to ignore because you can't have a negative length. So here we go. I've got y equals 7, therefore y plus 7 equals 14, because 7 plus 7 is 14. Really easy. I fancy the last one as well. It's the very last one in this. Question 17. I've got a cuboid, looks a bit like that. I'm told this is x plus 10, it's 6 centimeters tall and y centimeters deep, and everything's measured in centimeters, and the volume is going to be, they've told me it's 450 centimeter cubed. Form an equation and solve it to find the width. Okay, so how do we do it? 6 times x plus 10. Is that fair enough? All comes to 450. Right, so what I've got here, I've got 6x multiplied by x plus 10 equals 450. Bust it open. 6x squared plus 60x minus 450 equals 0. Can that be factorized? I haven't got a clue. I'm going to halve it for a start. Start somewhere. So 3x squared plus 20x, take away 225 equals 0. Does 3 go into 225? 375s? Yes, I've got it. 275s are 150, 375s is 225. Therefore, divide by 3. Oh, I can't divide by 3. Oh, grief. Stop there then. Stop there. Stop there. I should have divided by 2. Therefore, that should be 30. There you go. 30. Now divide by 3. X squared plus, should be 30, plus 10x minus 75 equals nothing. Here we go. Give it a bit of factorising. X and x. How do you make 75? Ah, seen it. 15 and 5 gives me 75. That'll give me a difference of 10. That's got to win. That's got to lose. X squared, 15x. Take away 5x is 10x. Minus 5 times 15 is minus 75. Therefore, I've got x equals 5 and x equals minus 15, which I'm going to ignore. The reason I'm going to ignore it is because you can't have a negative length, and therefore I've found the width straight away. And the width is x, and x equals 5 centimeters. I'm very, very happy with that, and I'm probably going to stop right there.